Can you believe that sometimes I forget that my wife is a goof? Because I do, somehow. Don't know how, but I do. Did you configure video? Yep, once again, your gain is absurdly low for no reason. Okay. Okay. I am quite provably not quite yet ready. Trying to see if I could use the word quite at least 2 more times in that sentence. I'm provably not yet ready to go downstairs because I'm still having my morning coffee. Which I definitely put too much eggnog in. And now I don't know there's my phone. I also apparently forgot to clean up my stuff from injecting estrogen this morning, so yay. Haley, the entire point of the if you read the channel point thing, it's like, no, you broke time. It doesn't matter if you weren't first, you are the real first. So here's the basic idea. We're gonna go downstairs, do poll, and that's probably gonna be the only stream for today. Because I am going to probably get into a fight with our kitchen after this. And then have to grind a whole bunch of Halo Infinite multiplayer. So for anyone who hasn't been here for any of these before, the basic way that I tend to do Mondays is that because I have 2 poll classes tonight, which means that I'll be going for 2 hours straight and will crave death by the end of it. Normally, what I do is just a full refresher. And that's kind of still my plan, is basically just to do a run through of most of the things from like intro and like level 1 classes. And I guess answer any questions folks have, or I don't know. Like that's the hope, but so far no one's had any questions. And then because I've got the 2 classes tonight, I'm not going to stream anything else today. So I will have I've got the 2 videos from last night that need to upload because I couldn't upload them because I was going to be doing this and that would take all the bandwidth. And something else I'm forgetting? Yes, and the thing that Haley just asked me to do that I already knew about because she didn't finish it. Thank you very much for the host, Saint. And one other thing that I'm forgetting. What else am I forgetting? Figure out what the hell a cat is currently doing outside my office, but grind Halo Infinite multiplayer. Hang on. Okay, I think the evil is actually happening downstairs, which is part of the issue, but yeah, no, I'm sure there's something else, but I'm forgetting it. I've got those 2 VODs to get uploaded, which I couldn't be doing now. Shit, is there really? I swear there's something. I mean, obviously, get those done, because one of them is going to need a creative thumbnail, since it's Halo Infinite campaign and Zumbinis. Why did I do that? But no, not destroy Kitchen. Get into fight with Kitchen, because Kitchen looks like a bomb went off in it already. So, fix Kitchen? Let's call it fix. So, wow, I look pale with all of my lights off. And with my gain high enough to make it not look terribly lit in here. I miss being allowed to go out in the sun. Sorry, that I should clarify that. I miss getting to just lay in the sun. Because turns out you're not supposed to get sun exposure if you are getting laser treatment. And I'm one of those monsters who will literally just like throw out a towel and lay in the sun to relax. So I don't even know if it was a fever dream so much as just of like, why the fuck does this troll hate cheese pizza? Mm. Is it? I don't know. Everyone looks at me like I'm weird for wanting to just lay in the sun. Can I cover the bits that are getting laser? Arguably, yes. It's also winter now, and I'm not quite crazy enough to lay mostly naked out in the sun in winter in Colorado. Um, yeah, Haley calls me a monster for it on a very regular basis, as does my hairstylist, and literally almost anyone else that I talk to about how it's just like, yeah, I like to lay in the sun. It's, it's not that weird. Okay, like halfway done. It's like it's maybe the one Californian trait that I really picked up, but I didn't think it was that strange. Yeah, I get that's what I was saying. It's like maybe it's a Californian thing. I don't know. Cuz like even my hair gets like lighter whenever I lay in the sun, and that's kind of nice. Like you could always tell that I had had a good summer because I would go back to like school and my hair would just be like not quite but very nearly blonde. Because I'd spend most of summer swimming in pools and occasionally the ocean, but usually pools because we were far enough away from the ocean that you couldn't just go. You couldn't just go there without any issue. But my family had a pool. The people who we shared a fence with had a pool. Uh, there was a pool 3 doors down and a hot tub 2 doors down because it was Southern California. Literally everyone had a goddamn pool. And if they didn't have a pool, there were like 5 public pools for our small, our not super large city. You know what? I'm curious. What is the population of my hometown? I've never actually checked. It's probably larger than I think it is. 100 and just shy of 104,000. Yeah, I guess it is larger than I thought it was. Okay. I mean, it's increased by 10,000 since I was born. Yeah. I hope so. I'm really happy with my hair, but yeah. Although, wait, apparently it's actually shrunk since 2010. Like it had a weird spike in 2014 and 2015 and lost multiple thousands of people. Oh, hang on. I thought about some of the intervening years there. Um, but some of that was pre-Panini too. So, thank you. I'm really happy with it. I still can't wash it for like another day and change, but I kind of can't wait to see what it does when I can like properly let it curl. Because there's a lot more red underneath. Also, red on my scalp, which we're just gonna ignore. So I think that when it gets a chance to curl, it's gonna do some interesting shit. Oh Neck pop. Yay, that feels better. Okay, coffee almost done. Sorry, I was like, I'm starting so late, but I don't want to like waste time, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know what the hell I was on about. I was just like, it feels silly to not start when I'm ready, just when I'm uh 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 like I'm ready, I'm just drinking coffee, so I don't want to start working out while drinking coffee because that's just a bad combination and good way for dry mouth. Yeah. Um so What do you mean when I curl it, Haley? Like, I mean, it curls already on its, especially the back. God, especially the back. It just does it in, and each hair seems to do it in its own individual way. If I don't uh, have some kind of control in place. Oh, there we go. I do help it a lot in the front because I really like the goofy uber curled look in the front. And it turns out that's probably part of what was really annoying me about, or part of what, not annoying me, part of what I probably screwed up a lot when I first had long hair was that I didn't do anything with it. So now that I'm like doing something with it, I'm way happier with it, and I feel like people are giving me less shit for it. I mean that, and last time I was still pretending to be a boy, so everyone gave me shit for having long hair because that was just the thing that you apparently do. So much fucking shit for it, and I got so sick of it so quickly. Ah. Also, I should say, there's a gorgeous lazy ass dog behind. There we go. Behind me and the mic. Aha. He's very lazy. He does not want to move. He's extremely on board with this just keep sitting here and drinking coffee plan. Ugh, I wonder what he did with the bigger dog, because usually it's the bigger dog that's laying there. Yeah, I mean that's also the thing is that like my experience was, and I'm sorry Haley, your thing is still trying to use your old handle. Um this was also like high school in the early 2000s. I guess that would have actually been the early. No, I guess the late aughts. Sure. So yeah, it was back in the late aughts. Ugh. Okay, there goes the coffee. And again, also high school because fucking everyone is the worst in high school. Let's be honest. Although most of it actually came from my father. And I think a lot of it really did come down to it's like you're not doing anything with it. You're not even like taking terribly good care of it. Like I wasn't like awful to it or anything, but I definitely wasn't really taking care of it. Schmip. Okay. Fitness and health. Okay. Which is the one of these that doesn't seem to be a actually just the name of a video game. Okay. I think I took pain meds. Sure. That is the first time I've heard a train whistle here. Um, I also think I still am going to try and do a fitness stream tomorrow. But I think the goal is going to be a lot more like stretching and like flexibility than a proper pole stream. So we'll see. But yeah, I will meet you all downstairs, assuming that I think I turned OBS back on. Hang on, really quickly. I just need to make sure that... Is this a thing I care about? I just got a notification, and it's a notification that... Nope, don't care. That might have been a thing that I could use for another gift for someone, but I wanted to make sure, and nope, it won't, because it only works with a specific subset of the thing that it works with that we don't have in this house. Let's go with that, to be as vague as possible. Okay, see you all downstairs. Yeah, I still don't have a scene transition for this, I'm sorry. Or not a scene transition, you know what I mean, like a way to transition to this shot downstairs. But I'll meet you down there, and as long as it takes me to run down the stairs and deal with a grumpus cat or 3. One creative note that I do have for myself in the future is, holy fuck, I need to not take my currently prescribed ADHD meds before coming down to do this. Because while I don't feel bad, I do not feel good. And part of that's that I'm about to do... Oh my god, where the hell is pop-out chat? There you are. And part of that is that I'm about to do workout stuff after taking a blood thinner. So, okay. Yes, I fucking want to speak of the devil. Sorry, just got the, remember that you have an appointment with us from the people who I don't like very much. So, yay! Although I did get a call from a therapy office that I sent a message to on Friday this morning, so hey. Okay. Behold my extremely lazy 50% of what I was just wearing to bed last night. Oh right, take off the ring. Oh, okay. So yes, welcome. Like I was saying earlier, this is Monday, so I don't have a new set or anything to sort of run through. So instead on Mondays, what I like to do is just sort of do like a big refresher of a whole bunch of... Oh, this is still on spin. That would have been embarrassing. Sure, let's go with that. Sort of a refresher of a lot of the basics and some of the slightly less basics. Oh. Under the assumption that some people also might legitimately have questions that I might possibly be able to answer. Trying to see if I could work more qualifiers into that sentence too. Let me just set this back up on stationary so that I don't go spinning by accident without realizing it. And then we can start. Probably gonna keep the pants on because they're fluffy and toasty until I feel too warm. Because this heater is on, but it snowed a couple days ago. And, well, turns out the garage is well enough insulated that the snow day wasn't cold. The day after the snow day was cold as hell in here. One more? No? Okay, you're next. Cool. My lip itches. That is a weird thing to have itch. Okay. If I could just get these to stay up slightly higher, but... Other, yes. I need to remember to cancel Apple Fitness because it does not help me. So yeah, like I said, basic idea is just to do a run through of all of the intro and some level 1 stuff. just to mostly remind myself, but also in case anyone wants to learn or has questions or anything. Oh. And come here. I really wish I could get view count to display on this, but oh well. I mean, there's probably a way, but it would be really janky to do it. Oh. Do I want to put on dry hands? Maybe. See you, Haley. Have a good day at work. Ooh, that reminds me. I do need to actually, like sign up for tonight's pool classes, because I will forget about that. I've come to rely on this shit, and I should use it less, but I don't know. Our home pole is so slippery. Like, it's just not worn down the way that the ones at the studio are. So, basic things for intro are walking, because staying on the tips of your feet so that you're really encouraging yourself to keep all of your weight in your shoulder. Well, shoulder and bicep, but mostly shoulder. Also, I have to say, these are also kind of for me, just to do like a fun refresher on things so that I don't have to think about them too much. And just know that I've been working on them. And then a couple of easy transitions so that you're not just like walking in a circle, because there's the like, I don't know how to describe it beyond it's the way that I moved around as a kid, where you do the sort of like, click one foot into the other to bring it forward. These do not work well with these pants because you can't see what I'm doing with my feet. Feet, legs, whatever. Or it's just the like, that sort of thing. I don't know why, but as a kid I moved around a lot like that. Just doing the like, yeah. Or I could do it, better on this side. There we go. With the other options of stuff like pirouettes, to just spin around the pole in one specific spot. In which case you usually plant with the outside foot, the inside foot does like a very tight circle around your body. The hand that's grabbing does a release, roll, re-grip in the same way sort of thing. Arguably, you could do all of the momentum with your hand if your forearm is strong enough to push you through like that. And then there's the tray pirouette, which I honk at, and feels like it wants you to actually works best for changing direction because it's So I feel like it's best for changing direction, but obviously you can still try and use it to keep going in the same direction. I'm just bad at it. It's gonna do shit like this all day today. Not counting the stuff in the back, which is definitely doing its own shit too. And then there's the basic spin, which is a dip spin, and I've got all of my weight locked into this leg. So basic idea is, once again, as with a lot of early stuff, you are walking through, plant with the inside leg. The outside leg is going to do something to give you momentum. So in this case, it's you plant with inside, sweep with outside, and then dip your planted leg. I cannot do this slow, it turns out. Let's try this one more time. Without stuff I'm afraid of kicking. Also, let me turn this up, because I don't know if I'm missing any. There we go, notifications. Okay, so it's plant inside, sweep outside around, and then you just do a swap once the outside makes it all the way across. And just, this one was planted, so you just bring it up the pole using your own momentum as you stand up to bring it up. Because, whoop, there you go. And then, don't do it this way, because this is the stupid thing I'm doing, where I'm like, I trust my leg enough to hold this grip. Because you definitely do not have to trust your leg enough to just let it do that until you're comfortable with it. And I'm just goofy and comfortable with it. Because my legs are definitely... I mean, to be fair, most people's legs are stronger than your arms. You just might not be comfortable using them. So again, inside, so trying this on the other side now, inside leg plants, outside leg sweep. I was trying to keep sweeping for way too long, because it's like, oh, this is fun and silly. God damn it. And then you bring the inside leg that has been planted up. Next easy spin, which for some reason I keep doing from a walk, but you can literally just do from here, is the Fireman, because it's the first thing that if you ever tell someone ride down the pole, it's what they naturally tend to do. Just both hands, one leg up against the pole sort of like this, so that it's resting mostly on quad? I want to say this is your quad, right? I get calf and quad very easily confused. But yeah, and then bring the other leg up and match it, or mirror it, I guess technically. Arguably easier to bring in the outside leg first, so again, plant with the inside, bring outside around, hook it so ankles around, and then hook with the other ankle. Or you can grip with both legs for a tighter grip if you need, instead of just the ankles. Because this is still very much on your arms to hold you up. Well, one arm up, one arm should be pushing you away, but I'm being bad about that. So it should actually be more like this. I need high-waisted shorts of these, but they don't make them. Although I did, for some reason, a few days ago, find things that are, I think technically they're supposed to be swim shorts, and I don't care because they're skin-tight swim shorts that are trans pride and also made for tucking, and I just went I need these, but they're $80. Oh. Did I do this on both sides? Yes, I did. Yeah, because I did it right on this side where I was actually pushing away, so let's try it on this side too. Yeah. And then, of course, my personal favorite that I show off at literally any opportunity, the Dirty Princess and the normal-ass princess. Because these are, apparently for studios that aren't ours, are called front hooks? Yes, front hooks. Because again, unlike all the other ones, this is a plant with the outside leg. And you bring your inside leg sort of up and around and hook with the knee pit. And then don't spin this way. It's just how do I display this well without falling over? So hook with the knee pit, and then depending on whether you want to do traditional princess, which gives you more strength, I guess, you have more grip on the pole. But will also cause you to accelerate more because you're moving in closer to the pole. You mirror this with your other foot to do riding side saddle sort of thing. Or you do what I do for the Dirty Princess and then mirror the action, but does that count as mirroring it? Because you're actually doing the opposite in that case. Because Princess is riding side saddle, Dirty Princess is spread like that. And you could tell where the knee pit lost grip on there because I suddenly started going down faster, which is fine. It's to be expected. Schmip. Okay. Right, I haven't done this on the other side at all. Whee! So yeah. I'm using the right arm to grip too much, or I'm using the lower arm to grip too much instead of push away as much. Again, you can see when the knee pit loses grip because I have a little drop. There's nothing I've got ingrown hairs in the back of my calf. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, so much as just it's obvious. Tends to be less obvious with spin pole, but not that much less obvious. Trying to think then. I think that's most of. I didn't do any of my conditioning exercises. Fuck. I'm not going to do them today, just because 2 classes today, I would probably burn out my forearms no matter what I do, so let's not make it worse. I'm trying to think of anything else from intro, but we didn't really take notes in intro, so. Because there's the stuff that I would show off of, like, we learned a bunch of, like, pretty simple floor transitions of, like, this one, which is the bridge thing. To do a really bad bridge. Although part of that's that I'm not dropping my feet on the floor. I'm trying to point them. Oops. Which then, hey, now you're on the floor, so now you can do other stuff, like the... technically, I could try and do the thing from the Brass Genie, which is the grab here, kick up, this thing. Wow, you can tell I'm feeling way better because that was like no trouble. Holy shit, that was like no trouble. Although I did manage to scooch my upper thigh, I don't know, on the pole as I came down. I can see a bit where some skin made contact. Shit, that was bad. Although technically what we were taught to do from there is like, okay, you came down in your, hang on. It's like you came down into your bridge, so now you can push away to get yourself a little bit farther away from the pole, and then do stuff like Goddess Rising, which is just a little, like, prance your feet up until they reach this point. You do the same thing of, like, just lifting your butt up to give yourself some momentum. So you, and then it's sort of a kip up, but not really. Okay, you are officially too warm. I also just realized I've had music going this entire time. Which, hey, this one won't get copyright claimed. Woohoo! Okay, what else? There's the one that I'm really bad at practicing, which is the other thing for going down to the floor that's like... I swear there's either a cat in the laundry room or a rat in the wall. Oh, or it's that fucking woodpecker. There's a woodpecker that's been attacking the side of the house. So, this is inside arm and inside leg. So, in this case, right leg, right hand grabbing, right leg planted. And the goal is to take outside leg, so in this case left leg, slide it through. And then, hey, you've made it to the ground, now you can do some kind of floor work thing. Which, we've established, floor work is not my strong suit. Though, apparently I'm going to be made to work on it for the rest of my life, so who knows? Maybe I'll get better. I'm also trying to not, bust open a toenail again today like I did last Monday. Also, I have not done either of those on this side, so let's start with this one because it's relatively straightforward because it's just this, and it's also kind of a good way to try and stretch out hips. And again, yay, now you're on the pole, do whatever the fuck you want from here, Like the fact that we've got a grip on it means that we could just do like a yoink. Just bring hips over and use it to do sort of a goddess rising. Or you could do it wrong like me and accidentally wind yourself slightly. Oh, okay, that was good. That was good. Or again, the bridge. I need to practice real bridges. It's been years? It's been years since I did a real bridge. I'm going to do the same brass sit-up on this side. There we go. Oop, no, you are not happy about that grip. I don't know if that hip pop was audible, but I fucking felt it. So yeah, there we go. Hey, didn't scrape my leg this time. Yeah, that hip hop was loud. Okay, trying to think of any other like basic things to do a quick run through on, because we've got 14 more minutes, at least. So let's see here. Slightly less basic, but still pretty straightforward. Spins are stuff like stag, where again, inside leg planting, outside leg, comes in sort of a sweep, but instead of grabbing with the knee pit, we are specifically grabbing with the ankle. This one is a lot more arm intensive than princess. So basic idea is that the ankle is keeping us gripped on, and then back leg does the exact same thing as front leg. So, yeah. Yeah, I did that on the right side. So sort of like, I guess antlers is the idea. And in theory, you can do that the other way, which would make it a pinwheel, but doing a same leg on, but going the other direction around the pole. The problem is that that can be kind of awkward to get the momentum for yourself into, because, at least from standing, like you can do it out of another thing, but from like right here, we're walking, momentum is clearly driving us in this direction. To go the other way, we would need to basically hook and then yoink ourselves backwards, which drives it into the knee, so it can be a little weird. If you don't have like a move to set up into it. There's all the ones I hate, like the... Why the fuck was I just able to do that fine? I think that was technically a Juliet, and I can't do fucking Juliet, and that was like, it was nothing. What the fuck? Okay. So, that pose might have been wrong for a Juliet, but the basic idea for a Juliet is that it's just a pose that you hold, sort of like the thing we talked about for this past week, which was the passe, which is just the like, yeah, this thing works way better on spin pole. Juliet's pretty much the same thing, but with the pole behind you, and I just did it finally. What the fuck? Because, what the shit? I have to be doing the pose wrong because that's working way too well. Oh, everything's popping. I don't love anything that makes me grip like this, but now I can do them. That's weird. Because there's also the ribbon from 2 weeks ago, which is the part of that sequence that we were going over 2 weeks ago. That's just like this, except that I'm not arching my back enough. Because yeah, I just don't like grab this like grab the pole behind you sort of thing. It feels like such a goofy grip to me. Alright, I just want to see if there's anything that I'm forgetting that doesn't require a spin pole. Oh, right, backspin. This is anything like that stag, the like pinwheel, the reversed stag that I was showing earlier, where you are stepping backwards into a fall, or somehow driving yourself backwards. Usually works best if you hook with inside leg, so it can just be like yoink sort of things. Can work a lot easier too if you let yourself fall into it instead of push yourself into it, because then your leg, if your leg wants to do this, can much more naturally wrap around the pole, but only if your leg actually wants to do that. Whew. Oh right, fan kick. I haven't shown that yet. My least favorite. Mostly because I can do it fine, but I still feel like I'm cheating when I do it. So fan kick is a different grip, because all of our grips so far have been one arm high and one arm low, either behind us or here. And obviously still one hand is going to be higher than the other one. But for fan kick, we want our inside arm to be about jaw height. It depends on what feels right for your body. Wrapped around to give us as much grip on the pole as possible. And then outside arm over it. Because this is a really strong grip and makes it easy to just like pull ourselves up by just arm strength. And that's kind of what we need to be doing, is supporting ourselves while our legs do pretty shit. In this case, we are doing a fan kick, which is we bring inside leg, sort of back, and then swing it up and over, and use the momentum that gives us to do the same mirrored action with our outside leg. So, I'm going to show this off and then explain what I did wrong, because I'm going to do it wrong, because I usually do. So, two things that I did wrong. One, instead of doing the sweep through with the inside leg, I tend to kick off because I'm used to martial arts. And that's how you do a lot of kicks in martial arts, is you kick off. Second, I did not point my toes on my outside leg, which is a less big deal because it's practice. But it's still, not practicing 100% right. So that time I kicked the pole, which was more of an impressive issue than a real issue, but still. I'm also trying to get this part of my body sort of wedged against the pole so that I have a third point of contact, so that I can lean into this to get more height out of my legs without actually kicking them higher. Sort of like that-ish. And then, because you have to get both sides practiced, now we do the other side! Can't actually tell if that one was good or not, so I'll choose to believe it. Once you're really comfortable with these, you should also start trying to do them slower, which is an issue with the way that I kick off, is that it's harder to do them slower, because the slower you can do it, the more control you have, so that you can do stuff like come down into lunge or another pose without slamming your toes or your knee or your leg or anything down, or, God forbid, your chest or crotch into the pole like I just almost did. Though part of that's how close I'm holding myself to the pole, so that's a little on me. So there, like that, although again, I still brought this leg down too hard. Put all of the weight on my... Are there good names for the individual toes? Like pinky toe, obviously, and big toe, but... Index toe? Put all the weight on the index toe. Let's go back. Whew. Sorry, I'm just getting... Oh, no. Hang on. Wait, why is this a purple screen? Am I not broadcasting? Shit. You say you still have internet. Okay, no, it looks like we're still broadcasting. Cool. Weird. That was very weird. Okay. Okay. Did the back hook, did the fan kick. What else is there that I'm forgetting? Oh, right. Anything that involves climbing and such. What was the floppy legs on this one? And the Hollywood. I don't remember what the Hollywood was. That's another one that's just like a hold your legs in a position while you spin, but I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna bring this to class today so I can ask Joy what the fuck any of these are. Yeah, wow, I need to ask her about a bunch of these. I have no memory of like half of these things. Crap. I didn't go to that class, so it's okay that I have no earthly idea what the hell that is. Hang on, what is this? Cup grip, drapey spin, dip spin, step behind. Which one is drapey spin? God damn it, I hate... These are not my notes, these are Haley's notes. And Haley writes down the name, and I think that's enough for her, but for me, I'm just like, oh, it's been like 3-4 weeks. In some of these cases, it's been like 2 months. So I'm just left going, the fuck is that? And my notes for our most recent class are terrifying to look at, apparently, so... Okay, well, there's one easy group of things that I haven't shown off because... pain. Which is why I'm also going to go put on more dry hands, because my hands were slippery. No, I don't know what the hell I'm on about, don't worry. And yes, I'm indeed rubbing some of it onto my inner thighs. Because we're going to do climbs, because climbs. Sorry, I'm trying to dry this stuff out as quick as I can. Hey, young son, how are you doing? Wait, is it actually afternoon? It is afternoon for you. Goodness. Okay. Oh, climbs. I actually really like climbs, but they're also screwy as fuck. So, remember how I said Fireman works? It's like one leg in so that your ankle is on one side, knee is on the other, and then theoretically the meat of your foreleg is what's grabbing on because you don't want to use bone here. You want as much skin as possible. You're going to mirror this with the other legs. It's going to be around, but with the ankle on the other side. And... So all the grip is from skin grip. Pull ourselves back up. And voila! And then, of course, there's stuff like sits, where we specifically try and get one leg over the other one and are gripping with thigh meat, which we can then convert into other things like the witchy sit. Or if I was confident in it today, could try and do a waterfall, but not feeling super confident in that. There's another sit that I want to practice more, but it's... welcome name that I cannot brain well enough to try and pronounce. Thank you for the follow. What's the other goofy... It's so weird. I think it's this... Yes. No? Shit. Oh, it's so goofy. I need to ask Jesse about it again, because I didn't write down the notes for it. It's... one leg goes around the pole and the other one wraps around it. So I think this one's around. Yeah, there we go, like this. So all of the weight though is being taken by the one leg and your ankle. It's not a good sit, but it can kind of look cute. No, Odin-san, I'm extremely on board with you and your lunch, please. Trying to think if there's anything else though, besides like the waterfall I was saying, because fuck it, let's try and do one waterfall because I want to. And because damn it, I've somehow managed to not take a thumbnail of me doing a waterfall yet, despite the fact that I've done it on stream 2 or 3 times. Okay, let's do this. Oops, too high. Hello, ceiling. Come on. Oh, hey, cool, I'm too high. Yep, I was too high, kick ass. And then we just kick out of it because it's now just a handstand. Fuck yes! Oh, fuck yes! Okay, I'm proud of that. Oh, I finally did it on camera, except that I did it on the side where the fucking heater's probably in the way. And I don't care, but I really fucking care. That was right leg over. Okay. Let's try and do left leg over too. Because you have to correct both sides. Steak and cheese calzone. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Okay, one more. We got this. Yes, I'm psyching myself up. Shut up. Okay, left leg over. Open and readjust. I let myself fall there too early, but otherwise, kick fucking ass. Sorry, I was trying to do that as sort of more of a whip, but hey. My inner thighs crave death, but I still did it twice. Fuck that. Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was half an hour. Technically it was like half an hour and like 35 minutes, but whatever. Oh good, some of the skin is coming off of my feet. That's fun. Whew. That was fucking kick-ass. As soon as I can breathe a little bit better, we're gonna head back upstairs to finish out the stream. Okay. Seriously, I feel kick-ass right now. Okay, where did I... There. Honestly, I feel pretty good about that. Like, we just did a quick refresher on most of the shit from my personal intro classes in level 1s, though I definitely missed some stuff from level 1s. I'm going to bring this notebook with me to class today, just so I can get clarification on a bunch of these. And then hopefully we'll have 2 sequences to do run-throughs on for the rest of the week. Maybe, it seems like the level 2 is less focused on sequences right now and way more on floor work, which I'm fine doing, but sort of the idea that I liked doing with this stream was a sequence to run through. So maybe if we don't get proper sequences, maybe we'll try and make a sequence of the stuff from these classes. So yeah. I will see all of you upstairs, because I have to go back upstairs. Sorry, I'm going to turn all of this off. It's going to go dark. But yeah, I'll meet you upstairs. There we go. It didn't want to turn off. Whew. You know, it also helps if you unmute the mic, too. Let's try that again. I hope so, son. It does not seem like you've been having a fun time of it, and it's definitely not shit you deserve, so I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with the policy of throwing over to Bengineering after this, because falling over and craving death seems on brand. So yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow for another one of these, although probably a little bit more like flexibility and warm-up focused. Or we could have like no one going on this raid, cool. Yeah. As a reminder, this stream is brought to you by you because of your amazing support of our Patreon. That's patreon.com/layeroflore and coffee.com/layeroflore. Thank you to Lord Inkdeath, Manfred, and Fragile Paper for supporting over on patreon.com/layeroflore. You can find us at all these places down below. Like I said, I'll be back for more pole fitness, sort of. It'll actually probably be more of like flexibility fitness tomorrow morning. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye, folks.